especially the yellow Ford 8 of Whitmore, that was very close to colliding with the Ferrari 20 and the Ford 1 at Miles. It's the Ford 7 of Muir and Hill that's leading through the S's in the forest. Behind them, the peloton is bunched together.
More than 5 decades ago, precisely in 1966, a historic chapter unfolded in the French landscape. An American automotive giant triumphed on European soil, defeating the preeminent racing manufacturer of all time, a spectacle captured by 3 cars parading through the racing line. This iconic image continues to serve as inspiration for future generations of drivers, leaving an indelible mark on the defeated Enzo Ferrari, igniting a motivation that stems from the enduring battle for the spirit of motor racing. The narrative is so compelling that it has been immortalized in the film Ford v Ferrari, which was released in 2019. Today, we'll delve even deeper into this gripping story. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos as we explore the intricacies and excitement behind the real-life events that inspired this cinematic masterpiece. Ford vs. Ferrari, how it begins. The protracted conflict between a colossal automotive entity and a modest Italian racing garage finds its roots in the legendary clash of Ford against Ferrari. The narrative unfolds in the aftermath of Le Mans '66, where, after years of trial and error, the Ford Motor Company emerged victorious, seizing the pinnacle with 3 cars from the same manufacturer crossing the finish line together. This singular achievement was complemented by 2 more 1-3 finishes at Daytona and Sebring, illustrating the magnificence of the American manufacturer's 1966 campaign. Amidst the expenditure of millions of dollars and numerous on-track battles, the year 1966 stands as a testament to Ford's resilience and triumph, marking a pivotal moment in the untold saga of Ferrari vs. Ford. A year later, Enzo Ferrari orchestrated his own retaliation, adding another layer to this enduring and captivating tale of rivalry and redemption. In the motorsports arena of 1966, the World Sports Car Championship trophy found a firm grasp in the hands of automotive magnate Henry Ford. However, this victory wasn't universally celebrated within the racing community. Stirling Moss, a revered English racing icon, voiced his discontent, lamenting, "So Ferrari is a true racing manufacturer. It's sad to see a man like this beaten by a big company, especially when you realize Ford's decision to race is really just another marketing decision." With the curtain falling on the 1966 season, anticipation heightened for the 1967 World Championship. During preseason press conferences, Ferrari felt the weight of expectations and the need to redefine its position after a decade of endurance racing dominance. Simultaneously, the Italian team grappled with the demands of producing sports car prototypes, Formula One cars, V12 production cars, and more. Faced with labor disputes and shortages of crucial parts, Ferrari, traditionally entering only 2 prototypes per race, found itself up against Ford's formidable 6. As the racing world geared up for the 1967 season, commencing with the prestigious 24 Hours of Daytona, Ferrari's technical director, Mauro Forghieri, took decisive action. He meticulously reworked their 1966 B3, aiming to enhance its performance, reliability, and speed. This concerted effort gave birth to the 330 P4, a vehicle poised to redefine Ferrari's standing on the track. The 330 P4 boasted a potent new fuel-injected engine, a refined gearbox, cutting-edge magnesium wheels, and wider tires, symbolizing Ferrari's commitment to pushing the boundaries of innovation. With the notable addition of Chris Amon as a driver, who had previously steered Ford's victorious car at Le Mans alongside Bruce McLaren, Ferrari entered the 330 P4S into testing at Daytona just before Christmas. The results were promising, hinting at a competitive edge that could challenge Ford's supremacy. 1967 racing season. In the unfolding narrative of the 1967 racing season, the stage was set for a riveting clash between automotive giants. Ferrari, reinvigorated and recalibrated, stood ready to confront the challenges ahead, hoping to reclaim its position at the pinnacle of endurance racing. The 330 P4 emerged not just as a machine of speed and precision, but as a symbol of Ferrari's unwavering determination to rise above adversity and reclaim its racing legacy. as they shattered the track record previously set by Ken Miles during his triumphant drive in the inaugural 24 Hours just a year prior. Ferrari left everyone astounded. What truly left onlookers, including the ever-present Ford engineers in the grandstands, utterly speechless was the realization that the track record now resembled the race pace for Ferrari. The Italian team seemed to have crafted a racing masterpiece. However, the scene was starkly different in Detroit. Ken Miles played a pivotal role in the development of the J car, but unfortunately, his fatal crash would come to symbolize the demise of the J project. Subsequent investigations revealed that the crash resulted from lift generated at high velocities, an issue that, with hindsight, could have been prevented with a simple aerodynamic lip. The J car would be revisited later during the design of the Mark IV, constructed around the reinforced J chassis. Until then, the J cars were considered unsuitable for deployment. Consequently, the older Ford GT Mach IIs emerged as the only viable option for the 1967 edition of the 24 Hours of Daytona. 6 prototypes were swiftly transported to Daytona, but these cars came with a trade-off. Their tremendous engine power came at the cost of significant weight. It was estimated at the time that each Mach II weighed over 200 kilograms more than the equivalent P4, presenting a challenging dynamic for the upcoming Daytona race. The juxtaposition of Ferrari's refined performance and Ford's formidable yet weighty Mach IIs set the stage for a dramatic clash at the iconic endurance event. Ford's Daytona Challenge. Ford, aside from unveiling a new car, left no stone unturned and dispatched approximately 100 mechanics to provide robust support to the team. The weekend kicked off spectacularly for the American contingent as Dan Gurney and A.J. Foyt secured pole position in their Ford, boasting a notable 0.26-second advantage achieved with new slick tires and an engine replacement. Phil Hill's Chaparral 2F claimed the second spot on the grid, while the first official Ferrari found itself in 4th place, trailing behind a private entry from an ART. However, on the following day, when the green flag signaled the start, Hill's Chaparral swiftly surged into the lead, outpacing competitors like the Pulsator and the Andretti Quinta Rabbit GT Mark II. The latter's original role was to test the limits of rival Ferraris and chaperones, providing a strategic push. Around the 3-hour mark into the race, the leading Chaparral met with an unfortunate crash, relinquishing its position. Surprisingly, it wasn't another Chaparral that assumed the lead. It was a Ferrari. Ferrari had strategically adhered to target lap times, biding their time, and eventually, the Ammon, Bandini, and Parks-driven P4s claimed the lead, holding onto it for a significant duration. Meanwhile, Ford faced mounting challenges, with their frequent visits to the pits drawing increasing media attention. Before long, it became widely known that mechanical issues were becoming a hindrance for the Ford team. Despite the determined efforts of Ford mechanics, the default cars faced unavoidable retirements during the race. The McLaren Bianchi car soldiered on as the sole surviving Ford GT, grappling with occasional overheating issues that diminished its status as a serious contender. In the end, it stood alone as the one Ford to successfully complete the race. This outcome carried a sense of poetic justice, with motorsport observers noting that the defeat served as a humbling experience, particularly for certain members of the works team who might have harbored an illusion of invincibility after leading for almost 20 hours of the 24-hour endurance challenge. Daytona Endurance Battle. As the final moments of the race unfolded, 2 factory Ferrari P4s, expertly piloted by Bandini and Ammon, led the charge. Following closely behind was the Rodriguez-Gish private Ferrari Nart P34. In a visually striking display of dominance, these Ferraris crossed the finish line in nose-to-tail formation, capturing a moment reminiscent of Ford's iconic Le Mans photo, albeit with red cars this time. This marked a spectacular comeback for Ferrari at Daytona, etching a historic chapter in the annals of motorsport. Beyond the immediate race dynamics, the event underscored a fundamental truth in motorsport. Budget and technological prowess alone cannot guarantee success. Patience and dedication emerged as pivotal virtues, and the outcome at Daytona exemplified this lesson for both Ford and Ferrari. The victory temporarily contradicted a prominent billboard on the outskirts of Daytona Beach proudly proclaiming, "This is Ford country." However, the reality was a Ferrari triumph. Ferrari continued its triumphant run, securing another victory in Monza that year and ultimately clinching the World Championship for the 12th time at the BOAC 500 in 1968. As the motorsport landscape evolved with rule changes in 1968, the iconic 330 P4 faced its sunset, leaving an indelible mark as an endurance racing icon. Ford, on the other hand, continued its dominance with consecutive victories at Le Mans in 1968 and 1969 with the Mark I, before concluding the GT40 project. The departure of Ferrari from the series left a void in a championship that had once narrated one of the most captivating stories in motorsport, a story still revered today as a paragon of sportsmanship. Conclusion. In the aftermath of the Daytona endurance battle, the motorsport landscape witnessed a profound lesson. The Ford team's undeniable skill and innovation were met with the sobering reminder that victory is not assured solely by technical prowess and financial might. Patience and dedication emerged as the unsung heroes, underlining the essence of true sportsmanship. The enduring image of two Ferrari P4s, flanked by a private and ART entry, crossing the finish line 3 abreast, showcased the resilience and strategic brilliance of the Italian racing giant. Ferrari's triumphant comeback at Daytona became a defining moment in motorsport history, exemplifying the unpredictable and awe-inspiring nature of endurance racing. As we reflect on this gripping chapter, we invite you to like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more captivating stories from the world of motorsports. The rivalry between Ford and Ferrari, famously depicted in the film Ford v Ferrari, continues to captivate enthusiasts worldwide. This historic competition, marked by triumphs, setbacks, and enduring legacies, serves as a timeless testament to the indomitable spirit of competition that fuels the heart of motorsport. Join us on this journey through racing history, celebrating the triumphs and tribulations that have shaped the sport we love. If you enjoyed watching this vid, please leave us a thumbs up and subscribe our channel for more videos.